Hello everyone, this is Rashmi reporting from Tripura Times, and with barely 2 days left for the assembly elections to be held on February 16th, next I have here with me the state CPIM secretary Jiten Choudhury here with me, who is also contesting the polls from Shabroom Assembly constituency seat. Welcome sir, welcome to Tripura Times.
Kulumka, namaskar.
Sir, starting with the CPIM Congress alliance, where the BJP is naming it to be unholy alliance and saying that the people here won't accept it. Your views on it?
Actually, to stop this BJP's unholy, the throttling and butchering the democracy in our constitution, we the left and Congress, of course, we have the ideological differences, programmatic differences, but today the important agenda before this nation, before this country, and before the people of this state of Tripura, that to check this BJP's game in butchering this democracy and the constitution. So it may be for BJP and on the part of the Prime Minister, Mr. Modi, and his aide, Mr. Amit Shah, maybe unholy. Maybe unholy. But we consider this is a patriotic move by these two parties at this moment of time. For the sake of our country, for the sake of our democracy, secular fabric, and the constitution.
Sir, discontent among various party supporters and workers after the candidate list was out, and also there was a tussle reported between the Congress and CPIM alliance over the seat sharing measure. Your report on this?
Not at all. It is the daydream of the BJP. Actually, they are propagating all these lies because now their house is in order. While the left and Congress, they forwarded in this seat adjustment for this election, the BJP has been found in disarray. And they are already isolated from the people. So this is not the thing. Actually, the overwhelmingly, the supporters of the left and the Congress, they accepted this. And not only the supporters of the left and Congress, the people as a whole, even those who are not regularly or committed CPIM or Congress people, they welcome this decision. So this has made the BJP very afraid. So that's why they are all spreading this lie. Nothing on the ground. The ground situation is that BJP is everywhere isolated, and the force today, the patriotic and democratic forces who are determined and pledging that whatever the eventualities they will face to stop all these BJP games.
So talking adjustment or alliance between CPIM Congress, but both the parties have eventually released separate poll manifestos. And also talking about the poll manifestos, Sudipra Burman said the party has just made an understanding and they are ideologically different, but they have a similarity in the poll manifestos. Your comment on this?
Right. Rightly said. Both Congress and left, very particularly I say the CPIM, that we are all independent, but some sort of very important program and the, order of the time, the passage of the time, it has brought us together. Neither we would see the extension of these 5 years, these dark days. And now, left, we have already released our poll manifesto. And Congress, being the different and independent, they have also released it. So, in future, while the popular government, people's government will form, definitely not only the Congress, we will take the stock from the others too. Those who voted, even those not voted BJP, the left and Congress adjustment or misunderstanding, that to make the Tripura vibrant in all aspects.
Talking here about a promise enlisted in CPIM's poll manifesto about 10,323 teachers.
Yeah.
Although the BJP claimed that they will resolve the issue, but they failed to do it so in these 5 years and are still blaming the CPIM responsible for their fate.
So actually there should be a shame for that. There are dozens of video footage. What the Himant Biswa Sharma said, what the Biplav Dev said, what Sunil Deodar said. And while in between, we took the initiative to compensate them, to give them relief other way. And this BJP, they come on the way how to stop us. And last 5 years, this 10,323, they were harassed like anything. By this time, 154 of this 10,323, the life has ended miserably. And today, on this pile of these sins they committed, still they're saying all this thing. They should be ashamed. But BJP is a shameless party in all aspects. So not only against this 10,023, against each and every segment of our population, they are doing the same thing. They behave the same thing against the other youth. They promise 7 lakh job, but during last 5 years, not only this 10,323 they are denied. There are thousands of 3 lakhs youth of this state. They appeared before the TRBT, ZRBT, TAT, etc. Its result not published yet. That way they are harassed, time and again. So, BJP now, what sins they committed, they will see that they will also listen the music, that people also, they will play the music on 16th and on 2nd March, everyone will see.
10,323 teachers if voted to power.
Yeah, definitely that exactly giving them their job back, it won't be possible because there is certain verdict of the court. We also abide by the court's verdict. It is common. It is for everyone. We are not. That is the what will say beyond that. But there I would like to say, if any elected government, they have the political will to any section of population or individual to give them do some justice, there is hundreds of ways. But if there is the political will is absent to negate the thing, there are 200 options. What the BJP, they followed the second one.
After a markable defeat in the year 2018 and now contesting the elections with the Congress in alliance, do you think there is a palpable anti-incumbency against the BJP government here, and this will help your party or your alliance?
That is not depending upon the anti-incumbency which has been, that is arose now against the BJP, and it is naturally because of their misrule. Of course, that will otherwise help us. But with the left in particular, I can say, because seat adjustment only day before reached the Congress. But with the left, last 5 years, despite of all odds, our 25 number of cadres were killed. Thousands of our supporters and cadres were humiliated, physically tortured, extortion were held like anything, and so many ways that intimidation took place. But we are always with the positive agenda, with the positive, what will say, political commitment, that defeating BJP not only for any vested interest, it is for the interest of people and with the very transparent and very specific agenda that within our limited scope or periphery of our constitutional that framework, the maximum possible benefit shall be rendered as it was done during last 25 years and 10 years in previous years. And based on the experiences we gained during the last 5 years, there are many more things we have also learned that we will implement, and we have designed that kind of program for the welfare and benefit of the people of this country state.
Violence, political murders in these 5 years. Congress also had similar allegations against you in past 25 years. They, as congressmen were murdered, and now BJP, the BJP leaders as well as the chief minister said democracy is upheld here in Tripura under the BJP regime, and that is why the opposition is able to destroy party offices and flags and festoons of BJP.
Who is the man, Dr. Manik Shah?
Right.
Does he have that, what will say, that is guts or that kind of any morality to speak about the democracy, to speak about the, what will say, transparency? How he got elected? Through Chappa, and he is talking about the democracy now. Yes, that I do admit. During last 25 years, the course of the left regime, few people got killed. Any sort of, any incident, any, how to say, that is painful. It has happened. But thing is today, the democracy, the constitution itself has been subjected to be martyred. So which one is the important? Of course, while paying the homage to the martyrs, the people who got killed, but it is more important that the democracy, which are each and every day it has shedded the blood under the hand of the BJP. Unless this could not be checked, stopped, in future to come, lakhs of people, they may not be killed or throttled physically, but otherwise, their rights, their livelihood, everything, every day, it is being denied. Means what? That it is like yesterday in our public meeting I told that in Iraq, in Afghanistan, Syria, we have seen that while the regime is changed, destroy everything, kill everyone indiscriminately. But Tripura, it is part and parcel of this big country, India, our motherland. Our constitution still, it is stronger, it is still prevailing there, but here in the state. But what BJP last 5 years, they did, as if it is worse than Iraq or Afghanistan. So it will not happen. So that's thing has necessitated and brought us together. Though there are our ideological and political differences between the left and the Congress that save democracy, save constitution. Unless this is not there, everything, it will be gone. So this is the main agenda today before us and before the people.
So, logical difference between Congress and CPIM be having a partial effect or negative effect if your alliance is voted to power in coming days. Do you think so?
It is the time-tested thing, you see. The UPA government, how it was formed under the leadership of the Dr. Manmohan Singh. Before the election, there was no UPA. And after the election, the left took the initiative to constitute the UPA, and from outside the government, left lended its support. And left has never been any hindrance in functioning of the UPA. Rather, so long left were supporting from outside, the UPA found very, very much transparent, very much stronger and vibrant. But while in second tenure of the UPA came, UPA 2, that has involved with so many other things unusual. So there the time tested that experience of the UPA 1 and the left-front government in Bengal for 34 years. 12 parties were there initially formed under our legendary leader Jyoti Basu, and that left democratic front government there in Kerala. There are so many parties, not only left, also right party also, Kerala Congress, NCP, etc., etc. But they are the best performing government right now in the country, the Kerala government, in all respect. So that experience will help us in the state of Tripura also. While the popular government will be formed, what would be its composition, that will be seen in post-poll scenario, because at this moment I am not the that authority to spell out everything.
Sir, talking about the Tripura Motha, when asked about alliance or to join hands with the alliance, he refused it officially, but later we saw Pradyut Kishore Dev Burman standing on the same stage with CPIM and Shudip Roy Burman, like campaigning for Congress and CPIM backed candidate Purushottam Roy Burman. What do you think, the emergence of Tripura Motha and its effect in the political arena?
Of course, one thing it is clear, that BJP is enemy of the left, enemy of the Congress, enemy of the Tripura Motha. We have formed in the alliance with Congress, but despite of our very sincere effort, we could not make it with Tripura Motha. We tried our level best. But from the different platform, Tripura Motha has been also time and again in their public meeting, press conferences or any solo meet, they are saying that the BJP has to be checked from that is stealing the votes by any means. And there still that understanding we could not achieve. But in future to come, we welcome Tripura Motha. Either with the left or left and Congress, we secure the absolute majority, or may not secure the absolute majority, but there is no chance of may not.
But
yeah, I'm telling you that to chalk out the popular agenda, to carry forward our mission, that to make the Tripura a vibrant, politically, economically, culturally, socially, from within or from outside. We appeal, we ask for the support of all democratic forces, all secular forces.
But sir, here as you say about joining hands with the Tripura Motha, Pradyut Kishore Dev Burman has time and again made it clear that without any written assurance on Tripura land, demand of greater separate Tripura land, he won't come in an official alliance with any political party, be it national, regional or any else.
Of course. You see, that in course of our discussion before the nomination, etc., he spoke on this similar line. But there, say, we CPIM to agree to give a written commitment. What would be its merit? As a secretary of CPIM, if I give any such written commitment, whether it will have any cognizance. Only government, either it is central government or state government, while they make such commitment, definitely, while such agreement comes, from any institution, because a party cannot do this. Only the government institution, the constitutional institution, they can do this. And definitely, there, time and again, we have been also saying that.
So then do you support the Pradyut's demand of Greater Tripura?
We have discussed time and again that if the demand is for socio-economical and cultural upliftment of the Tiprasa or indigenous people or the population of these areas, we endorse it more than 200%. And seriously, from our core of heart, we have been always doing it. The formation of the TTADC and recognition of Kakbarab, this is because of that commitment. And it has been waged not by begging from any party or any government, by waging this struggle only it is possible this time. But again we have asked, if the meaning of the essence of the Greater Tripura land is the disintegration of our territory, that we do oppose. We strongly oppose, because in Tripura's situation, it is not for opposition's sake. Practically, that Tripura cannot be bifurcated because of its geographical, cultural, all that aspects. So, and in that is point of time, Tripura Motha also, now they are agreeing to that. Yes, no, that territorial disintegration, leave it. But how the ADC and Tiprasa people, tribal people, their constitutional rights could be constitution resolved? Yes, we do agree. We have no difference of opinion on that. And joining hand, we like to hesitate on these issues, if necessary, to go Delhi together. In earlier occasions also, we played the same role with Tuesdays. In future to come, if Tripura Motha is willing, and definitely they will realize this thing, I do believe, will do it.
So how is your party seeing Trinamool Congress, who is also contesting the assembly elections this year in Tripura?
Trinamool Congress, only, that is, they have huge money. So there will be, that is, money also have some power, no. It can make propaganda, it can make some visibility. But in terms of vote, hardly even they will not be in a position to secure 1% vote. Everywhere their candidates will lose their deposit, because Tripura people don't see any difference between between BJP and Trinamool Congress. So they came only whether they can spoil the votes of the other democratic and secular forces and to help other way to BJP. So people of Tripura will not accept it.
So, date of announcement of assembly elections, you have been also campaigning hardly, leaving no stone unturned to reach out to the people. How are you expecting? How many seats is your party expecting this time?
I would just reply you, give you the the forecast other way.
Sure, sir.
The BJP and IPFT will be finished after this election. BJP will come down to single digit, and there the residual seats that would be retained or regained by left Congress, and also Tripura Motha also will have some share.
But here, sir, BJP's claims are different. They are saying that they will gain more seats compared to 2018. And also, adding here a little bit, sir, Amit Shah, the Union Home Minister, Modi and everyone, they are reaching one by one to Tripura and like campaigning hardly to reach out to the people.
The truth lies there only. Truth lies there only. Prime Minister of India means not only a BJP leader. Home Minister of India means not only a BJP leader. They are merely not a BJP leader. This is a vast country. Prime Minister of India, that is before the election and after this election, almost he visited 4 times. In this state, only 2 Lok Sabha seats. Home Minister also almost similar number of times they are visiting and was staying here. Another Chief Minister from another state of this Northeast, Mr. Himant Biswa Sarma, he has become a Delhi passenger. So, what demonstrates is that their position here is so, what will say, uncertain, becomes so uncertain. Earlier they are claiming 60 out of 60. Now they are saying at least some more seats than the 2018. But what I am saying that the situation prevailing today, as on date today, BJP can't claim a single seat, whether they can say it is my confirmed seat. They'll come down to single digit, and that's why these people are now, that is talking very relevantly. Mr. Narendra Modi and Mr. Amit Shah, yes, of course, they are BJP leader. They will definitely campaign for their candidates for BJP. But though they come here as a leader, not as a Prime Minister or the Home Minister, but even though they are holding such a big position, how they are lowering their position, how that is what I say, all baseless, irrelevant claim they are making. So this is a reflection of their insecurity of mind. How uncertainty is prevailing among them. So whatever they claim, the things are completely different. And just now the reverse counting of days are just begun. That one day gone means the BJP's role is reduced by another day. And from 2nd March onward, Tripura will be BJP Mukt. Tripura will be freed from this BJP's misrole, and it will be beginning of a new era. How the BJP would be, that is what say, from the power at the center, they could be also, that is defeated the democratic and secular forces. For them, it will be a big lesson, this election actually bringing before the nation.
AICC Tripura in charge for Pradesh Congress, he commented that being elected to power the CPIM Congress alliance, you will be the next CM. Your statement on this?
Definitely, personally, definitely, if anybody that is appreciates someone, hails someone, he or she must be happy. I am also happy. But the norms of our party, it is something different. Before the result of the election, we never name who will lead the team, who will be the face of the party. But being a secretary of CPIM, definitely I am one of the leaders. I am the face. But therefore the chief ministership, since I am also one of the candidates, so that will be decided in post-poll scenario while all the elected MLAs will come. Hardly another 2.5 weeks only.
Right.
So people have to wait for that.
Sir, before winding up, one last question to you. With several reports of violence across the state since the date were announced for the polls, do you think people will be able to cast votes? Your cadres will be present in the booths?
Yes, yes, that is the matter of the worry, and it has been a matter of the great worry. That's why the Election Commission of India, from their own SOMOTO, they declared the zero poll violence mission.
Right.
And the people of Tripura, the voters, they were overwhelmed, accepted this, and become very much confident for, that is, exercising their franchise. But there, initially, of course, the CI had taken some initiative. But there are some incidents, because still there are some corrupt officers very much inclined with the ruling party. Their role is not that to that expected level. But of course, I am not saying that the common picture. It is sporadic incidents. And there, from the end of the BJP, there has been some ill attempt once again to resort to, like the Bardwali election, from which election Dr. Manisha snatched the certificate of as MLA. But this time any such incidents took place or happens anywhere, definitely we the opposition and the people have the confidence upon the law and order, upon the ECI. But if the ECI failed to, that is, exercise their duties, people will not leave any stone unturned to face any eventuality. And people, our cadres are ready to face this. And this time, the dark days of last 5 years, it will be gone. It will not be repeated. It will be happening.
You mean resistance?
Yes. Okay. Resistance for democracy, resistance for the secularism, for the, the secularism, of course, and to restore the rule of law.
Right. So here I had CPIM State Secretary Jiten Choudhury here with me with barely 2 days to the elections. Thank you so much. Thank you very much for your valuable time on behalf of Tripura.